show for you tonight. We have a return performer. He's been here before with us, Mr. Lou Moss, and he is a police officer. And we're going to be really excited to see, let's see what our policemen can do. I know they have many more talents than just keeping everybody safe. So let's get our show started. I'm going to introduce to you my best friend, and hopefully yours, Mr. Phil. Where did you go? By the couch.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Mr. Phil Show.
And how are you today?
Okay.
Let's have a seat.
So
Now we have a police officer on tonight. Now you have to be on your best behavior.
yes.
A corrections officer. Oh, that's even, you know what? That's even a bigger deal. He said corrections officer.
Okay.
He might want to beat you with a stick.
Well,
Behave.
I happen to be the Axis 23 police officer.
Well, that's for Chuck Steak, which is a
Yeah, for
whole
Chuck
different show. Which, yes, people, we do have another show that Mr. Phil is on, and it's a silly show, and it's a kids show. So if you get a chance, and you can tune in to Chuck Steak, catch Mr. Phil playing Police Officer Phil.
Yes. It'll be on Saturday mornings at 10 o'clock.
Ah, there we
on
go.
Axis 23.
In the Port Jervis area.
Yes, in the Port Jervis, for now, in the Port Jervis area, and will be expanded.
As it catches on, we're going to let it go just like our show, you know?
Yeah.
So that'll be really a lot of fun.
Well, Mary.
Yeah, so what's going on with you now? What's been going on lately? Anything new?
Well.
Phil did call me up the other day, bawling like a baby on the phone, because of something he read on Facebook.
Yes.
Well, I'm proud to tell everybody what got him bawling on the phone on Facebook is that I will be, my husband and I are going to be grandparents. Our daughter's pregnant, and our due date is around January 29th or so, and we're hoping that every one of you will start praying now for a happy and healthy baby, and
Yes.
we're going to pass that on. And little does my daughter know, but once baby's here, I will be bringing baby in so that I can introduce my little peanut to everybody. And that's what I call the baby right now, is little peanut.
Yes.
It's always my little peanut.
Yes.
So little peanut will be here as soon as it gets here,
Oh, yeah.
and I'll be bringing it and introducing little peanut to everybody.
Oh, yeah, she's training her right. Him or her right. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, him or her. I mean,
Yes.
my daughter's got her opinions, and everybody else has theirs. So
Right,
I'm not
so-
gonna jinx it.
Yeah.
But this one, he was, oh my goodness, am I reading the right thing on the Facebook? Oh my God, I didn't cry like that, okay? But everybody knows how emotional Phil is. You've seen him cry on the show before. Come on, everybody has.
Right. I mean, because it's part of my family now.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
You
is.
know, and it means everything to me because, yes, I've been a grand uncle quite a few times.
But you never
before.
knew them.
I never really knew them, except, to see him briefly at occasions here and there
Right.
just to say, hi, how are you?
Yeah. Yep.
But I never really,
Well, gee, now you know a real life grandmother.
Yeah, I
feel
mean-
like I really am older than I look. So
It's funny though. One of them even says to me, she says, I thought I saw you on TV, somebody who looked like you.
who said that?
One of my grandnieces.
Oh, well, see, if you'd have paid attention to your Uncle Phil in the first place.
I thought I saw. Yeah,
Well, okay. Well, we just won't book them for a spot on the show, okay?
right. And the
Yeah,
thing
take
of it
that.
is, this one,
She's gotta go up around the set.
she is studying and has studied acting and singing and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, in other words,
You could have used her had she realized you were her uncle.
yes,
Oh, well, things come around, things go around, and then they come back and bite you in the beep.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think we have a really good show tonight because Lou Moss is back,
Yes.
and we had him on. I think it was last year,
Yeah, right.
and it was a lot of fun. So we've got him coming back tonight, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. He's got some really great music. He plays a really good guitar, and even though he comes in with just his guitar, we still hear drum beats and stuff because he's lucky enough to have something to fill in drums for him. Something I
Right.
would kill to have.
Yes.
You need this though. You need
Right.
the money.
Yes.
You need the money. So right now we do our thing acoustic, and it's gonna be fun. Now tomorrow night, Ken and I are hosting an open mic night, a true open mic night, which to me means everything and anything. Anybody's got a talent for poetry, for
Yeah,
a
right,
story,
anything.
or for they want to do a karaoke track just to sing. That's what Phil's going to do.
Yes.
And if they want to bring their guitars and plug in and play, that's what we want. We want everybody that wants to come out and share with people and get to know people that are in the area playing, and maybe they can even join up with each other. You never know. Many things have happened that we
Right.
found out at
Yes.
open mics. We need a lot of very diverse individuals. So tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at the VFW in Greenville on Route 6. If you need directions, you can always look up VFW Greenville, and it'll give you the exact address. You can put it into your GPS, and it can make it. For those of you that are seeing this later on, unfortunately, it's already been held, but we will be doing more.
Right. And it's a welcome home for us.
Yes, it is. We haven't been back to our friends at the VFW for quite a while.
Yeah.
And they're really looking forward to it.
We spent 2 years with them. Wonderful years.
Yes.
With the
Absolutely wonderful
karaoke
folks.
nights. Oh, I mean, they made your best birthday you ever had.
Oh, yeah. I had a great birthday party with them, and
They made a 45th anniversary for me and Sandy.
that's right.
A birthday party for Sandy.
Yeah.
So-
yeah. So great friends, and come out and support the VFW because the bar will be open, and any money that is made at the bar, of course, is for the VFW, so that they can go ahead and continue to do the work that they do. for the
Right.
veterans.
And I understand they're talking about starting up karaoke again, too.
That would be great.
Yeah.
That would be great. And then, of course, we will keep you informed because we like to do a lot of stuff that has to do with our military and try
Right.
to give back as much as we
Right.
can and make people aware that there are things that you can do. There are places you can go. Even if it's just going to sit at the bar to buy a $5 drink, it still means something.
Yes, it does. I mean, and we had wonderful times over there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I'm looking forward to our homecoming.
Oh, yeah, me too. I can't wait. I know my friend Lisa now. Lisa, hi, if you're watching. She always comes in, and now Lisa is a big girl with
Yeah.
very big hands. And I know I have a big bum. She loves to come over with her big hands and slap me real hard on the behind.
Yeah.
So, all right, I may walk around with a bruise on my butt for a week, but I'll be remembering that Lisa did it. So that'll be good. And the next thing is, too, we've got going on the Catskill.
The Catskill Film Festival, and we're really pushing that. In fact, that thing there's a preview night up in Sullivan County Community College from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock next Saturday night, July 28th. And anybody's invited up there. And this is a big thing for us because they're really pushing our show.
They are, yeah.
They're really pushing
gonna
our
pull us
show.
into the limelight,
And
yeah.
anybody who'd like to see us, come on up.
Oh, absolutely. Now, do we know how much tickets are yet, or haven't they set that price?
But next Saturday night, it's free.
How about for September
September.
is when the actual Catskill Film Festival gets underway. It'll be the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th.
Yes.
Is there a price set?
They
for
haven't
that,
said it,
or
but
not
they'll
yet?
give us that information when we get there and all.
Okay, and then we will pass that on to you.
Yes, so that's going to be, quite a big thing for us. Again,
Yes.
mingling with the stars and all that.
Yeah, and this is a first effort for them.
Yes,
So it'll be nice. So hopefully we'll get a big turnout and they'll want to do it again and again, just like we did with the Hoboken.
yeah, with
Fest.
Hoboken. I mean,
It'll be really nice.
we've done. Could you believe we've done 3 of them already?
Oh, I know.
We've been on the red carpet with them 3 times.
Yeah, we've made a lot of really good friends and a lot of nice connections. Some of those people will be showing up on our show
Right.
in the next few months, weeks. We've got people coming in.
Right. And then I went out to an unusual Tuesday night karaoke, which we don't usually have this past week in Newburgh at the beautiful 4-Point Sheraton Hotel.
Right.
And when I was singing over there, I didn't realize I was singing to film management. And
Nice.
they
Okay.
came over and started talking to me and found out what I do. And they want to meet you on the next one.
Sure.
And they want to hear you. They heard me, and they were floored, and they also want to work with us, want to be on the show and all that. And I found out that they're known by a lot of people in the industry. Oriana came in on the
D'Agostino, yes.
their friend Oriana, and this other girl, Gigi, from California. She's a 13-year-old actress and singer-recording artist.
So she sang that night too.
Yeah, so she
Very
knows
nice.
these people also. So I think this is like a golden ticket for us.
Well, nothing's set in gold.
Nothing's set, but
But
It-
just so people know, I mean, when you do decide to put yourself into an open mic or go to a karaoke night, always try to put your best effort in because you never know who's going to be there. And
Right.
we've found that out. When I first started my very first karaoke, I didn't know who was going to be there. Guess who was there? This man was there. And look where I am now. So we're really, pushing things, pushing the community. And now we're going to expand for this season. We're going to start bringing people in from around New York and even other areas to the community so that people in our community see what else is out there beyond them.
right.
And maybe that will help them make those connections that they need.
Right. We had Michelle from West Virginia
Right.
2 weeks ago. We had somebody from Kentucky a few months ago.
Right.
I mean, so we're getting them from all over the country.
Exactly. And then when we're seen on YouTube, those people are having their families and their connections looking at that on YouTube. So that's also pushing us a little further into the
Right.
country.
And then then there was the folks that I met at the Switch, this group that's from all over the country, and
Right.
they bombarded me that night to be on our show. And somebody from Florida wants to be on our show, from
Right.
Springfield, Mass, from California. I mean,
So so as you can see, we're really amping up this season, and we're just excited about it. Very excited about it. I think that Phil and I want to sing a song for you tonight
right?
and give you a taste of what we do again.
Yes.
Every week, Phil does a song usually by himself. This week, I'm going to join him. We're going to do one of our duets that we hope to get recorded very soon.
Right.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. He's trying to trip me already.
I won't go wireless. I won't do that because wireless mics have a tendency the battery to go dead.
You can't have that happen in the middle of a song.
Yeah. It ain't happening to us.
So shut up and sing.
I said I'd break all the chains that bind me, that I'd be free for loving only you. But every time I see my children playing, I say I just can't give them up for you.
You said you'd break all the chains that bind you, that you'd be free for loving only me. But now I've given my heart and body just to have you. And now you want to set me free.
It's a hard thing for me to do.
A harder thing for me.
It's a hard thing to see you leave.
But harder for me.
But I just can't give them up for you.
You said that you would love me forever, that I'd be yours until the end of time. I know how much you want and need your children, but please don't break this heart of mine.
It's a hard thing for me to do.
It's a hard thing for me.
It's a hard thing to see you leave.
But harder for me.
But I just can't give them up for you.
What do you gotta say for yourself?
It's a hard thing for me to do.
A hard thing for me.
It's a hard thing to see you leave.
But harder for me.
But I just can't give them up for you.
But I just can't give you up, you see.
But I'm still loving only you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Okay, now with that little bit of trauma done.
Yes, we're going to be
that was
recording
wonderful,
this.
Yeah.
This and Stand By Me.
Yeah, that's right. Now let's introduce our recurring guest, and hopefully you'll be coming back again. Mr. Lumas, if you would
Yes.
just come on over.
Okay,
we're
here's
gonna give you a
Lumas.
microphone.
He's an old timer of us.
Old friend of ours, and you were saying you were a corrections officer. I was saying police officer. I guess kind of the same, but not.
For about since 2012.
Wow. Okay.
I'm originally from Bensonhurst, Brooklyn.
Oh
So,
boy. Okay.
I was
Yeah.
there too. My wife and I lived there when we first got married in our apartment on Lawrence Avenue, or a block off 18th Avenue and McDonald Avenue, in our purple bedroom with a purple rug and a purple ceiling and purple walls, because that's our favorite color.
Yes, yes.
Before corrections, I used to do like a word processing operator.
Oh.
Picture having to type all day
Oh yes, I've
with
done that.
the dictaphone and listen to the recording, and that's what kept me nimble on the guitar. You know,
That's great. You know what? That's it. You know,
and it just kept my
you
fingers
really-
going 8 hours a day constantly. I did that.
I didn't know
Then
you
did-
ever did that, Mary.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, I've done a lot of jobs that nobody knows
I
about.
went, I went from a girl guy Friday to a corrections officer.
Wow.
Look at that
Okay.
transition. But I had to do this job because back in 2008, when the economy tanked, I couldn't
Right.
get a job.
Right.
So I had to think out of the box of my skills, you know.
That's good. I mean,
Yeah.
how much?
Type 80 words a minute doesn't mean anything
it-
because
no.
every Tom, Dick, and Sally types 80 words a minute.
They
you
all
know.
do it, and
Wow.
everybody's expendable at that point.
Exactly.
You know. Now, how much training did you have to go through? How long is the training to become a corrections officer?
Well, to be honest, it was about 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I have friends in the Navy, and I have my friend Mike is a Marine. He told me,
Okay.
he goes, Lou, I know you for 20 years. You're not going to get along doing that. And I was kind of offended. I'm like, what do you mean I'm not going to get along? I could do anything, you know. I was in the Boy Scouts. I was in the Cub Scouts.
Okay.
But I called him up after the first week. I said, you know something? You are absolutely right. I can't stand this.
Oh no.
Drill instructors
and here
screaming
you are
at
still
you.
doing it.
Well, the military, paramilitary environment,
Uh-huh.
it's like boot camp, you know. So who likes boot camp?
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but you have to do it. Somebody has to be in charge.
Yes.
Well,
Were you in the Girl Scouts?
I was absolutely in the Girl Scouts. I was a Brownie, and I was a junior Girl Scout, and I graduated to cadets and then stopped. But that's okay. So I've gone on to be me, and then So now, when did you start actually playing music? You mentioned about the keyboards.
Well-
You know, typing all the time.
growing up as a kid, you know, my father had a lot of friends in Vietnam. I was always into military, everything like that movie, The Longest Day. Remember that one with Jim?
Okay.
Anything military, I play with my soldiers. My father's friends would come in and they'd say, listen, Lou, when you play with your shows, do it away from my friends because it reminds them too much of
Okay.
battle. And I wanted to go to West Point. I was in the Boy Scouts, the Cub Scouts, the Weblos. And
Right.
when I got into music, I think I was about 12 years old when I saw Jimi Hendrix.
Oh boy. Yeah,
It
that's a
was
big-
Whoa.
the guitar was like a baby in his hands,
Oh,
and the
imagine.
style he had, I was like
And
so.
you got to
I was so
actually
drawn.
go
I
to
was
a
so
show.
drawn to him. I never went to his show. I was
Oh,
too young.
okay. Oh,
But I was
alright.
so drawn to him, you know,
Yeah,
and that attracted me to playing the guitar, Jimi Hendrix. And then I got into Santana.
Oh, Santana's great. And I was listening to you before when you were practicing. He's got some of them Santana riffs down pretty good.
I love Santana.
Oh,
yeah.
I do too. And I mean, you know, that's
There's a
it's
reason
really,
why the guy's pretty much. Who knew the best guitar player in the whole world would be a slow hand, rather than a acrobatic guitar player like Steve Vai,
right.
Satriani.
He just
Santana's the best in the
takes it,
world.
he takes it to a whole nother level.
He's
He
just
really
so
does.
spiritual. You
Yes. I mean, I've heard
know, all the
different-
tricks I do, I'm like, what am I doing?
How do you do this?
Santana don't need to do all those tricks. He just plays one note and you're mystified. Yeah.
And it's like, where did he
mesmerized.
learn this? Was he born with this? He probably was.
Yeah.
He had to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and every record I've ever heard him on where he's done a guest spot, oh, you can automatically tell.
Mm-hmm. You know right away.
Yes, that's got to be Carlos Santana.
Uh-huh.
So, but that's great, and it's a really good thing for you to follow because not a lot of people can do that.
Mm-hmm. My other guitar player I really love is Robin Trower.
Okay.
These guys are getting up there in years. They're like over 70 now.
Right.
But they're still touring and playing.
Well, you know, they've got young guys like you following them, and somebody's got to keep the legacy running, right?
Mhm.
So I mean, you know,
Yeah, that
keep
is
it
true.
going.
Thank you.
And how long have you been writing your own music?
That's the thing.
That's a hard thing to do.
I write like maybe 2, 3 songs a year, and that's not enough. I got to start upping my game, because
Right.
there are 2 songs I'll be doing on my list that I just wrote, Dance With Me and Agnes, which is about a hurricane, a super hurricane,
Oh,
and it's about global warming. I mean, Puerto Rico's still recovering
absolutely.
from last, and now we got a hurricane season coming up. So Agnes is watching, and she's going to come if we don't really take care of this global warming. So,
That's true.
that's I even got a video up on that in lumass.com.
Do you? Okay, so
About-
that's something to
Yeah,
check,
something
to
that's
check
not going to
out.
get old,
Right.
global warming. So,
It's not going away. I mean, we just can only do something to maybe slow it down.
hmm
You know.
I'm into a lot of, exotic beats and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get more on
That's great.
hitting the target of the mainstream, what's out there.
Well, it's like one of my favorite things too is the different beats and stuff. Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine.
Yeah, I got like
The
one of my
stuff that
songs.
it's great. I love to perform that stuff too.
One of my songs, I got a bossa nova beat, And a
Oh,
lot of these drummers, I am looking for a drummer and
Okay,
bass player
so
and
there's the official
conga
word.
player. So, but it's hard to get a drummer to start to do some bossa nova beats, and
Yeah.
and I got upbeats and staccatos and a lot of fusion type stuff. And
You know.
they talk the talk, but they can't walk the walk,
You've got to look for
unfortunately.
the older Cuban gentlemen.
I know.
That's what you need. They're usually
The
really
drummers
good at
I
that kind
want
of
are
stuff.
studio musicians, professionals
Right.
making the big
It's
bucks.
tough.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's tough, That's why, I don't really prefer to use bands on this show. Every time we plan one, we end up getting canceled out and
Somebody
getting
quits.
somebody else.
I started programming my drum machine and my background tracks
Yeah.
so I can consistently perform without all of these bands canceling who's late for band practice. I actually was so serious with my bands that I had this one guy who was always late for practice.
Oh boy.
And I had a chart on the wall. Okay, he's getting a demerit now. Now he's getting another
There's
demerit.
the corrections officer coming out.
Yeah. You got a demerit now. That's it. Well, 2 more times, I'm done.
That's
Right,
it.
that's
You know,
why.
and they just raise your blood pressure and
Yeah.
Oh,
a
they do.
lot of flakes.
Yeah, whenever they get us crazy when we have them here. Oh, this don't sound right. This is not right.
Oh, forget it.
I mean, it is something where you kind of have to be picky about what sounds you're getting, but then when everybody in the band has a different opinion,
I'm willing to train.
yeah,
I mean, I'll work with you.
hey,
But
that's
if you're
it.
going to be canceling practice or tell me 2 days before the gig, oh, I can't play, I'm not feeling
The
well.
best we've ever had. We had a kiddie band here one time. They came right in, did their thing, didn't bother us. They had everything perfect. I want this. Nothing. Okay, everything's fine. Boom. We ran the show, and what was funny, it was in October on a Friday night. They stayed. They lived in the neighborhood. They finished here at 9 o'clock on a Friday night, and came back at 2 o'clock the next day to be our house band at the telethon, and we never heard a peep out of them. They just played what they had to, came in when we told them, and these were all kids around 12 years old, younger and stuff, and we had we didn't even know they were here. I mean, they just did their playing and stuff and didn't say nothing to nobody. I mean, it was a pleasure having these people.
That's nice. I think they were probably too young to have all those opinions that we all start to form as we get older, as we're playing, and we've got our own style. I know my husband and I have tried to get bands together before, and it's very hard to get somebody that's
That's why I
gonna
became a
mesh with
one-man
you.
band.
Exactly.
Because I wanted to consistently play out. And back before Bloomberg did the no smoking
Oh
law,
yes.
I
yes.
had good buzzes going on
Oh, I bet.
in Queens, and all I needed to do is take it to another level and
Right.
get that space in the Queens Gazette for a whole year and really.
Wow.
And one of my faults I think I do is I stop writing songs. You're only good as your last album. You stop writing
Right,
materials,
Right.
you don't progress. You can do all the copy like that karaoke thing. I'd love
Oh.
to go there.
Right.
I do a mean Bobby Darin, Mac the Knife.
Wow.
Right?
I rock that song.
We're gonna, you know what?
Wow.
We're gonna be going to do karaoke after the show tonight, so you are more than welcome to come with us.
You know,
I
funniest
you
thing,
wish
feel
I
it.
wouldn't have to go to
the other
work.
night, Mary took me out of my comfort zone, speaking of Mac the Knife, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
She
rock
ma-
Mac the Knife.
yeah.
Yeah, we were at karaoke, and she says, I'm taking you out of your comfort zone now.
Yeah,
And
yeah. I like to push the envelope. I like to push the envelope with my own voice, even, and step out and do something that's not a style people expect me to do. And it's always fun.
I auditioned that song for The Voice.
Did you?
At the, yeah, I was at the Javits Center in the
Okay,
city.
well,
Where
oh,
I waited
yeah.
online 2 hours,
Oh, you
and
got off
I
lucky.
acapello'd that song, and
Uh-huh.
I didn't make it though.
But, you
But
know,
I tried.
that's okay. That's okay. So, you know, I think that, you know, everybody's kind of got a really good idea of what you do now. So your style is basically like a Latin inspired.
Lately, yeah, if I start writing new songs, I'm going more of a Latin direction.
Well, I hope you do get more
Yeah.
songs out. It really would be good. You know, I don't know how to start writing songs
I
myself.
have to have conviction, you know,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
songs.
I can spit out poetry. I cannot do a song.
Oh, well, that's good. Lyrics are the hardest to
Right,
come up
it's
with
just
when
a
you're
matter
writing
of,
a
I
song.
guess, finding somebody to fit music to,
right.
you know, to the
If-
poetry that I write.
For you, Lou, I got an idea because I'm going to do it. Maybe The Voice is, you know, not the proper show because America's Got Talent takes much more variety, and they like unusual stuff, and I'm going for it.
Oh, I'd love to
I'm
try
going.
it.
I already set up, and you know, even though things didn't work the first time, which was like 10 years ago, but I feel I'm ready for it now, and everybody's been saying, "Do it again." Now things are different.
Well, that's good. Well, the first song that I'm going to be doing, "Dance with Me," is my latest one, and I'm going to try that one at the Apollo Theater.
Oh, when are you going to be
Yeah,
there?
because that'll be in the vein of the type of music. I just
Yeah.
got to write a couple of more songs like that.
Okay.
You know.
Do you have a date for Apollo, or?
No, I'm going to be looking into it. I just got to really get down my
Right.
stage show.
Right.
But if you're going to do one of those shows, don't use original music.
For
You
the
know,
Apollo?
because
Isn't it original?
they really don't want it. And even Simon Cowell says they'll take it, but they really don't want to. You could do what you want, but they want something that people know that they could bite their teeth into and give a true opinion of what they.
Right. Something familiar that they can say, oh, that was good, that wasn't good. When you're doing original music, that's the beauty of original music, though, is you can mess up. Nobody knows the difference because they don't know the song.
Right.
But when you're doing something like that, where people are expecting to hear something that they know, you know, I wouldn't hesitate to throw in an original or two if I was you. You know, so let us know when you're going to do that, and
Yeah.
we'll let everybody know. And that, you know, maybe
Got
we'll
to
get
be on top of your game with that one.
yeah, we'll get a whole bunch of people, and you
Gotta
know,
be
we'll
on my
just let
A
people
game.
know that you're going to be down there, and we gladly put it over the air for you.
America's Got Talent. I never tried that one before.
But
I think I would try
The
that.
reason I said that is because they take a lot of different variety, and they
Yeah.
take
Yes.
singers
I
and
could
stuff.
be unusual.
and
Right.
I got some stuff I
you-
could be pretty
right, so
unusual.
but keep it to the cover music where they could fairly judge you, and
Right.
this way, and just brush it up and get it to a perfection, because I know for sure that when I do this, I know I'm going to have the best instructor.
I
Well,
rehearse.
yeah, I will be instructing you.
See,
yes.
when you rehearse, and it's a lot of artists, you're supposed to look at yourself in the mirror. This way you see yourself as an observer,
Right.
and you see exactly what you're doing. That's what I've been doing
Absolutely.
lately, anyway.
And then part two of
I
that,
always had mirrors around when I rehearsed, but I never actually
You need one more
utilized
thing.
them, you know.
and here's what that is: an S&S, a good song, and a good story.
Yeah,
Okay, you need a good story of yourself.
and I think he's got a good one.
Yes, I think you
know?
could
I
tell
try
them
to
a
hit
good.
targets, you know, that people are interested
Right.
in, like global warming, the economy. My first song's about love at first sight, you know.
Okay.
Just looking at somebody, and which is
Right.
I believe in that. Do you believe in love
Oh,
at
I
first sight?
I do. Yeah. I mean, my husband and I
Mm-hmm.
we were high school sweethearts, but we've
There
known
you
each other
go.
since we were 5 years old.
Wow.
Wow.
Not many people can say that, but
Mm-hmm.
you know what? Let's get you up and
Okay.
and get you started because we don't want to
Okay.
run too short on your time.
All
You know, you've got 25 minutes or so to play, so I hope you have
Okay.
plenty of stuff, which I bet you do.
Yeah, I got about 5 songs.
That works for me.
Yeah.
All right, so you go ahead and you go over there and you get yourself set. When you're ready, just kind of gives us the thumbs up, and we're gonna go turn the screen to you.
Right.
I'm excited because I you know, listening to him practice
Yes.
was really good. I went over at one point and was clapping and dancing around a little bit.
Right.
Like, I dance all the time anyway, so and people, you know, when they see me out, it's like, oh, there's Mary on the dance floor.
Yeah. The
Always.
teeny bopper.
Oh, Phil calls me the teeny bopper all the time. He thinks I'm a perpetual teenager, but I don't think that is a bad thing.
Right. No.
Yes, because when I'm
Sandy.
80, I'm still.
Sandy likes that too.
That's right. When I'm 80, I'm still going to be dancing.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So, Louie, you ready?
Okay.
Switch
Here
over.
we switch it or turn it over to Mr. Lou Mares.
Awesome.
Here's a song I wrote. It's about a girl that just broke up with her boyfriend. And she's on the dance floor. And she's moving so sadly on the dance floor. And there's this young man having a drink by the bar, and he notices her. He just can't stop looking at her as if this song's about love at first sight on the dance floor. It's called Dance With Me. Dance with me. So lonely every day, there is no light, so I finally get out of my house to see what's in the night. When I walk in the club, I get a feeling of despair. Felt at a place, what am I doing here? That's when I saw her dancing over there. Sadness in her eyes, blank and lonely stare. Oh no, somebody must have broke her heart. The way she swayed and sadly sighed, it's a feeling you can't hide. And I was drawn to her. I was drawn the way she moved through my soul, the way she danced in the night with no one to hold. Dance with me, dance with me. It broke your heart, but I know I can make you so happy. Move with me, sway with me. I know you are. I know you're my first love fantasy. First love fantasy. Here we are, two lonely people in this place. One having a drink over here, the other one dancing over there. Can't stop watching her as she dances to the beat, anticipating her to stop, sitting at the edge of my seat. And I thought, oh man, how does she have a hold on me? 'cause just one sight of her makes me wanna set her free. Won't you fly with me? Dance with me, dance with me. You broke your heart, but I know you make me so happy. Move with me, sway with me. I know you are, I know you're first of fantasy. First love fantasy. I only wanna dance with you. Excuse me, will you please dance with me? And we dance the night away. We dance the night away. She said okay. She said okay. Dance with me, dance with me. You broke your heart, but I know it can make you so happy. Move with me, sway with me. I know you are, I know you're my first love fantasy. Dance with me, dance with me. You broke your heart, but I know it can make you so happy. Move with me, sway with me. I know you are, I know you're my first love fantasy. Dance with me, dance with me. He broke your heart. Sway with me, move with me. I know you are, I know you're my first love fantasy. Dance with me, dance with me. He broke your heart. He broke your heart. But I know I can make you so happy. So happy. Thank you. This next song I'm going to do, I wrote about my dad. I'm from a broken home. So back when I was about 4 or 5 years old, my dad and my mom used to get into these arguments. And that's one thing, parents out there, never fight in front of your kids and get into anything dramatic, because they don't understand and they get terrorized from it. Okay, so this song's about my dad missing my mom, because he was always begging her to stay, missing her. Finally, when she left him, he just kept on trying to get back together with her, missing her. And when I was about 14, I wrote this song from the heart, and I still play it today. This song is called Your Touch. Honey, each day for you. Where am I without your love to keep me warm? And where am I without your touch? Love ran away from me. The lights, why can't I just see that I need your movements upon my soul, and I need your touch. Love you had for me, but hate I had for you. Why did I make you slave for my desire? And why was I so lazy? Please come back to me. Please, can you see my heart keeps on pounding for you? My heart needs your touch. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I need you. I love you. I need you. I love you. Thank you.
Lou.
Lou, we're gonna come over
All right.
We're going to come over for just a minute. We just want to sign off and say goodbye and have you play us off.
Yeah, wow.
I
Oh,
know you
that's
got-
about it? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
so,
you
yeah,
get one
thank
more
you.
song. Hopefully it's a really good long one because we're going to have you play us out.
Come in a little.
Come on. This way. There we go. I don't wanna knock
Okay,
into,
so thanks for
your
coming
stuff.
on. Very good job, and
Thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. I think that your music has come a long way since the first time I've
yes,
seen you. You know, and I think that you're going to have continued success and you're going a long way. Did you
Yes.
record all those tracks yourself?
The background track?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did actually.
Oh, you
That's
played all the
wonderful.
instruments
I got
and
a
everything.
32-track recorder. And,
Ah,
it's
wonderful.
all digital and Pro Tools and stuff like
Wow.
that. Yeah.
That's great. Well, you know what? We're not going to hold you up so that you can get some more.
yeah, and you
Got
just
another
take
song.
us out the rest of the way.
Just keep
till
on
you
going.
see the credits.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, folks.
I would like to get you in here for a little longer, but we got a nice chat in. So,
Okay, so thank you for watching, folks.
yes.
Wherever
everybody,
you are,
tune in
especially
again
in
next week.
Access 23 TV, Port Jervis, New York. But thank you in all other areas.
That's right. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. And don't forget, look up Lumos, lumos.com. And also look for this episode on Facebook. It'll be another couple months, but it'll be on Facebook. You can get all your friends to watch it.
Thank you.
And on
All right.
YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, YouTube, not Facebook. YouTube.
Right.
But you can put yours on Facebook.
Okay.
We'll give you a copy.
So,
When are we going to be aired? Oh,
Oh, well, tonight, actually, you're airing live right this minute in
You
the
were.
Port Jervis area.
yes, and then you'll get more areas as we go along.
Right.
The Hudson Valley, Spectrum.
We'll keep in touch and try to give you an idea of when they're going to
Yes, and
be on. Okay?
Manhattan and Brooklyn.
All right.
Okay.
So good night, folks.
Good night, everybody.
And we're leaving you with Mr. Lumos.
Yes.
All right, here's a song that's going to allow me to really jam out and let it all hang out. When I first wrote this song, I thought I wrote a rap song, but people told me it's more of rhythm and blues. Chuck Berry influence, kind of like Maybelline. This song is called I Didn't Know. Didn't know be the one to talk to you. Didn't know be the one you wanted to. Every time I think about the line today, didn't know be the one to hear you say. Didn't know. Didn't know. Every time I think about love, it's real. Fill me up and turn me and make me heal. Girl, got me going, it's going on. Didn't know be the one to sing the song. Didn't know. Didn't know. Here we go now. Girl, got me going, don't you hesitate. Every time I think you, my love can't wait. Baby, don't slow, gotta hold me tight. You gotta kiss my little baby to it right. Didn't know. Didn't know. Didn't know, girl, be the one for me. Give me love, it's ecstasy. Girl, I go in, change my life, yeah. Say someday gonna be my wife. Didn't know. Didn't know. Here we go now. Didn't know. Didn't know. Yeah, let me tell you something now. Didn't know. Didn't know. Yeah, let me tell you something now. Didn't know. Every time I'm with you in the morning light. Every time I'm with you when you hold me tight. I didn't know, girl, be the one for me. You give me love, it's ecstasy. Didn't know, be the one to talk to you. Didn't know, be the one you wanted to. Every time I think about the night today, didn't know, be the one to hear you say. Didn't know, yeah, didn't know. Every time I think about the love, it's real, yeah. Fill me up and tell me it make me heal. Girl, got me going, yeah, it's going on. Didn't know, be the one to sing the song. Didn't know, didn't know. Here we go now. Didn't know, didn't know. Yeah, let me tell you something now. Didn't know, didn't know. Yeah, let me tell you something now. Didn't know, 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 Come on, let me hear some noise out here. I can't hear anybody. do you. Didn't know you do me. Didn't know I do you. Didn't know you do me. Do me. Do me, 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 yeah, come on. I'm gonna